this is Mary, the Magnolia Stitcher. Today is Thursday, April 27, 2023, and this is Flosstube number 20. I'd like to start off by saying a big hello to my returning subscribers. And if you are a new subscriber, I'm so happy to have you here. And if you are just visiting, if you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button, and that way and the bell, that way you'll be alerted when I upload new videos. So, it's been almost a month since my last regular Flosstube, and it has just been absolutely crazy. The kids are in, two of my kids are playing sports. It was 3, but my middle daughter had some attitude issues. So we told her, if you don't quit, like for the first game, she was being really disrespectful. And I couldn't get her to behave no matter what I did. So I finally said, if you do not behave, you are not going to go to your game. And if you don't go to your game, you don't get to play anymore. Well, she was in one of those moods, I don't care, I'm not going to do anything you say. And she didn't go to her game, so she didn't get to play anymore. Which, actually, I think she was just playing to have something to do. I don't think she really was big into softball. So, but my son and my youngest daughter are playing. He's playing baseball, she's playing soccer. So, we've been really, really busy with that. I mean, busy to the point of I have had days where I did not have time to stitch. And then, like last week, I didn't get to stitch most of the week. We had Friday at home after work in school, and I was so wiped out, I didn't do anything. And then Saturday, I was still just as wiped out. So, we haven't been quite as busy this week, but we've still been super busy, but I haven't worked most of this week, which has been the difference. But I know when I was doing my magazine walkthroughs, I said that I would do one on either the 30th of April or the 1st of May. Well, I looked at my schedule, and there's a tournament this weekend, so I just couldn't see a day when I knew I wouldn't have time after today, because I'm working tomorrow. There's games tomorrow afternoon, games Saturday, Sunday will be church. I couldn't see how I would be able to guarantee I could make a Flosstube. So I decided to do it today. So, anyway, on to the stitching. So, I have a finish. Even though I had several days I didn't stitch, I still got a finish this month. And I have a couple of new starts. And, a few whips and some haul. I also am still sick. I have been fighting. It's been diagnosed as various respiratory issues. I had the flu, and then it moved into my chest and it won't leave. And one doctor said it was pneumonia. Another doctor said it was bronchitis. The doctor that said it was pneumonia, I've gone back to him, and he's put me on a second round of antibiotics. I've had steroids. It just won't go away. So if I get the coughing, I will probably pause, because I know y'all don't want to hear that, and it sounds kind of rough. But okay, on to the stitching. So the first thing I'm going to show you is my finish. It's Autumnal Bliss by Teresa Kogut. Isn't it so cute? Oh, I forget what it's on. Hang on just a minute. So, this is on... And I will put a picture of where I was last time here.
I barely even started it, but...
I know I haven't written... There it is. Okay, this is 28 Count Lugana by Picture This Plus, and the color is Haunted. But look. Isn't that just fantastic? This is a Patreon chart from October maybe of last year. I started this in October last year. That was before I was writing on the actual day. But look at the pumpkins. And there was one color. Apparently when I ordered the colors for these, I did not order one color. Sorry, had to cough. And it was this lighter green. I don't remember what it was supposed to be, but I didn't order the correct color, so I just subbed it out with something I had in my stash because I could see I was going to get a finish, and I didn't want to wait on that color to come in and put it away, and who knew when I would get a finish then. But I'm so happy I'm finished with this one. It turned out so cute. I don't know how I'm going to FFO it yet. I just haven't decided. I've got a couple now to FFO, and I just have not been in the mood to do it. Anyway, so, on the new starts. So, my first one is another Patreon chart. It's Blustery Day from December of last year. Is that not cute? I didn't get a huge start on this because this was right when everything was starting to ramp up with baseball practice and everything. But I got most of the tea done. Look at that needle minder. Isn't that cute? Kitty cat. We love kitty cats in my house. We do have a cat, but she is highly, highly antisocial, and I'm one of the people she doesn't like. So, she never comes out. She also doesn't like our German Shepherd puppy. I call her puppy. She's a little over a year now. But and that is on 32 Count Lugana, the color by Witchelt. The color is Dove. And then I started Swift Heart Rabbit from the... Why isn't this open? The cross stitch gods have been. This one is not going to be shown. There we go. This is from the Care Bear Cousins book that I got a little while back. But I started Swift Heart Rabbit. And I didn't get a whole lot done on him. I was with my mother-in-law the day I started him and running my mouth. But that's just part of his ear. And he is on 32 Count Lugana, also by Witchelt, and Silvery Moon. And these just came from 123 Stitch. That's why that name is so unusual, I guess. I don't know. But it's two colors of blue. There's not a ton of color changes in this, but there are some. And, but I love it. I love Care Bears. I was born in the early, crap, I caught my floss. I was born in the early 80s, so I caught my needle. Jeez. That project bag is not my friend. Now, I was born in the early 80s, so I grew up with Care Bears and Rainbow Bright and Strawberry Shortcake, Gummy Bears, all the what are now vintage cartoons. Yes, guys, if you were born in the 80s, you're vintage now. Which I find hilarious. So, then I worked on The Pilgrim by Long Dog Samplers. I'll put a picture of where I was last time here. It's CJ, if you're watching, I have mailed that out where you won that chart. I had a problem with getting the postal service to pick it up, but so it took me a few days after I had made the thing, but it has gone out. And you may get it before you actually watch this. I hope so. But that's where I am. So this is on .40 count linen by Zweigart, and the color is Country Mocha. But see, I basically, I did add some more on this top row with the houses and stuff, but I went down and around with this. And it's not a ton, but like I said, I've been so busy getting any stitching. You know, even if I put 1 or 2 stitches in, that's 1 or 2 stitches I didn't have last time, so. I was talking, and the floss I'm using is an unnamed floss from Hand Dyed by Rolanda. It's a silk. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's got, my daughter swears that's lilac. I guess it's lilac. It's got lilac and pinks and darker pinky purples, and I love it so much. But what I was saying was, I was at an appointment with my mother-in-law, and a lady we were talking to said, I really want to start cross stitching, but I don't have time to sit and do a lot at once. And my advice to her was just start. If you've put, if you only have a chance to put 1 or 2 stitches in, that's 1 or 2 stitches you didn't have before. Now, obviously, most people want to see more progress than that, but still, a stitch is a stitch. And people who are busy, if you want to cross stitch, there's no reason you can't. Just find the time somewhere. And then I worked on Big Godzilla. This is my own creation. And I've told the story before. It came from something my son said while we were at his school one time. It is available on my Etsy store, which is Magnolia Stitcher. But I put where I was last time here. And then, sorry I'm not more organized this time, guys. I was kind of like I was watching Jordan, the tattooed stitcher, and decided if I have time to watch a Flosstube, I have time to do a Flosstube. So I went and got all my stuff together. So this was very impromptu. But I've just been working. I swear. What? I've just been working on the blue part of the border. My plan is to do this all the way around, go back with the green, and then fill in the middle. I like to always do my borders first because then, one, I can see how it's going to fit on the fabric. Like, you know, you can measure and everything, but I need to be able to visualize it, and that allows me to visualize it. And then I kind of feel like I've accomplished something if I can finish the border. That's just me. Right. And this is a really, really fast stitch because it's just 5x5 blocks in the border. It's not some crazy, difficult, swirly border, which are beautiful and I love them, but it's not that. Hang on 1 minute. Hi guys, sorry I had to cough and stuff, and I had forgotten to bring my drink in here. Okay, so next up is the fox. My cottage garden samplings. So before I show you it, I'm gonna tell you what I've done. So I ripped it all out and started new because I had made some counting errors. I guess you could call them counting errors. I had outlined the fox first, and I had made some errors on that where I had stitched one leg over 3, and it caused a lot of, like, I had to adjust here, and I had to adjust, and it got to be too much, and I wasn't wanting to stitch on it. So I restarted, and I started on the trees, rather than the fox. But this is, so I'm not going to show where I was last time since I completely restarted. But I spent 2 full days stitching it, ripping out everything I had stitched. Not full days, but all my stitching time for 2 days. So this is on 36 count linen and sage green by Hand Dyed by Rolanda. And one thing I didn't do was do a floss toss before I started. So you can see them really well, or not really well, but you can see them okay in person. But you can't, the color of the fabric is identical to the color of some of the trees. So, I mean, it's not even like close. It's the exact same. Which, that's my favorite color. Sage green is my favorite color. So I'm not surprised, but, so there's that. But the plan I have for, there's 12 in this A Year in the Woods series. And the plan I have for them, that's not going to matter that much. I'm planning to do them all and then make a quilt probably for my bed. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. I know y'all don't want to hear me cough, but ugh. And then I worked on Believe in Santa. And I was down to just the back stitching on him. But I'll put where I was last time here. And I want to finish him so bad, but every time I pull him out, something happens where I have to put him down and I can't come right back to him. Like, there'll be a couple of days I can't come back to stitching. And I just finally gave up on him. But look, I've started doing like the back stitching here. I did all the back stitching on this border, all the back stitching on this border, and I've started on Santa. So there's 3 or 4, I think there's 4 different color. There's 3 different colors of back stitching. One of the colors, in some places you do 1 strand, in some places you do 2. But this is very back stitch heavy, which doesn't bother me because I love back stitching. But this is my oldest whip, and he's almost done. I'm going to feel super, I know y'all looking at that going, that's not very big, but it's a Dimensions Gold kit, which I didn't say. And it's very, very confetti heavy and very back stitch heavy. But it's done just on all the kits. I just use the kit material for it. And then my last whip is the one I'm working on right now. And it is Big Folk Flower by Teresa Kogut. This is a Kitten Stitcher exclusive. So you have to go to her site, which is, I don't remember her site. I know I just searched Kitten Stitcher when Teresa announced that this was coming out. And I bought this just as fast as it came out. But I've been working on this for several days. It's one of those, I love stitching on it. I love the colors. I pulled it out and I just can't put it down. But I put where I was last time here. And then this is another one. I'm working on the border first. So that's where I am with that one. I still had some to fill in on this border. So I filled in the rest of this border. And then I had the heart and this part done. So I've done the bird and everything over here. My kids, I love that. Sorry. I love the birds in this, but my kid says that bird looked like somebody ran over it. They were like going on and on about the birds. What's wrong with that bird? Why is it flat? But I just love, let me show you. See, that's the colors in the hearts and the colors in the border. Are those not just fabulous together? I think they're just fantastic together. I love them so much. So, that's all my whips. Oh, and Big Folk Flower is 32 count Lugana, and it was a fabric of the month. I don't remember which month, but it's from Mystic Fabrics. Okay, so that's all my whips. I have a little bit of haul. So obviously I got the 3 magazines, The World of Cross Stitching, Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher, and just cross stitch. I did flip throughs of those, and it's the 3 videos before this one. So it's the 3 videos between Flosstube 19 and Flosstube 20. So if you want to see what's in those, I always do a flip through. I usually tack it on to the end of my Flosstube, but because I had 3, I decided to just do extras and do it then. But I have those. And then I got Witches Ephemera. And this just goes to show you, I just buy things to buy them. I did not read. See, so I searched sticker books, adult sticker books. And this came up. So, me, being a normal, logical person, assumed if I search adult sticker books, this would be an adult sticker book. It is not. It is a vintage image for junk journals and scrapbooking book. It's got some really fantastic things in it. Let me find something. Like, there's that. But, this came from Amazon. There's that. It was not outrageously expensive. I don't remember how much it was. And normally, I don't return things to Amazon unless it's something I really need. It's the wrong size. Or, you know, just random stuff I order like this. I don't normally return to Amazon because it's a pain in the rear end. So, I think I'm going to send this to one of my favorite Flosstubers, Stitchy Witch 42. I'm waiting to ask her for her address until I know I have time to ship it out. But she loves to do junk journaling. It's like one of her, besides cross stitch, it's probably the hobby she does the most. And I know she will appreciate this and be able to actually put it to use. And then I got the April Mystic Fabrics Fabric of the Month. The color is called Biscuit, and it's 32 count Lugana. And it's opalescent. Can't really, there we go. But this year she's doing neutral, which is fine with me. And I was getting all Lugana, and I've decided I've got a fair amount of Lugana, and I want to fill up my linen stash, so I've switched it to linen. So for the time being, I'll be getting linen rather than Lugana. And then I got some of these. The little silicone ties to hold my full coverage to hold my fabric. Usually I just let my fabric dangle, which works fine, but I thought it might be nice to, I might try it with my fabric, like, rolled up and everything. And these are Rich and Ray, which are what people who really, really use these and have looked into them, what they recommend. And these just came from Amazon. They weren't, I don't remember how much they were, but they weren't expensive. And then I do Fat Quarter Shops, Classic Colorworks, Floss Fix. And I got, it's like a floss of the month thing. So I got Barn Door, Barrel Cactus. I love Classic Colorworks. Bean Sprout, which I have this in, it's their silk line. I don't remember what it's called. Bejeweled. That's pretty, pretty. Bella Rosa. And this is getting washed out some, but it's, let's see. There's not focusing on it. But it's got pinks and like an off-white. And then Betty Bluebell. So that's those. And then, 1 minute. Okay, my last bit of haul. Misty with Mystic Fabrics has started a Floss of the Month club. And it is a one-year commitment, I think. So she's doing different lines. She has started with Week Style Works. And it is a, like you have to commit to go through until she's finished up that line. Because that way she's not stuck with floss that she ordered for the Floss of the Month club. But because I love my overdyes, I got in it, and I got rose quartz. Sorry about the lighting, guys. It's really overcast here, and I use natural lighting. So, which is, I mean, it's not, the variegation is not crazy in it, but it's like, it goes between purple and pink. And then carnation. Let's see. Meredith's pink. If you're a fan of The Office, you'll know why I'm laughing at that. Because Meredith, I don't think she would be that pink, but okay. Coleus. But this is really cool. It's green and pink. And then Shasta. Green and gray. Foxglove, another green and pink. It's a more like a baby pink. And then banana popsicle. Yellow and white. Or yellow and a lighter yellow. I don't think that's a complete white. And then lemonade, which is very similar to banana popsicle. See? So this is banana popsicle and this is lemonade. They're very similar, but not exactly the same. And then baby's breath, which is kind of brown and a tanny pink. And then bashful, which this is going to wash out. It's going to look white. Yep. It's not, it's, so let's see if I can put it up against something white and show you. See, well, it's kind of hard to tell, but it's more of like a very, very light pink or tan. And I love Week Style Works. I am so excited about this with Misty because she's going to go, and her plan, I mean, I know things could change, but her plan is to go through different brands of floss and get you a full line of that floss. And Week Style Works is one of my favorites. So, I'm excited she started with Weeks Dye Works. And guys, if you like hand-dyed fabric, you know I love Hand Dyed by Rolanda, and her floss is fantastic. But you really, really need to check out Misty. Rolanda is nice. I mean, I've worked with her directly, and she was super nice, super accommodating. And I have absolutely no complaints about Rolanda. Definitely look at her fabric and order it. And she ships fast and everything. But I love Misty too. She's a fantastic person. She's super, super sweet. Her colors are always beautiful. Her dyeing process is great. I mean, like, because it doesn't, like, it kind of, it makes the weave a little bit tighter, but it's not, like, crazy, like, it's obvious. But her colors are always beautiful. And she's always looking for things she can do for her customers. Like, I don't know about regular, because I only get the fabric of the month right now. And the floss. But both of those come with little extra goodies. And my kids have commandeered mine. But for a while she was doing squishies. Now she's doing like little plastic animals. And she really enjoys what she's doing. And I have 2 more pieces of haul I forgot about. So definitely give her stuff a look and give her a try. She also has a Facebook page, and she keeps us pretty up to date on what's going on. And I mean, we're very informed. Okay, so sorry, I forgot about this last bit of haul. Kaylee Tent Stitch was doing, when it was her oldest's birthday, she did a thing where if you bought one fabric or project bag, you got another, like if it was a project bag, you got another one of the same size or smaller that her oldest child picked out for you. So I did that. I have been looking at her project bags, but they're a little more expensive. There's good reason for it. But they're a little more expensive, and I just was kind of on the fence. And then when it was like a buy one, get one, I couldn't pass it up. So I got this one. And these are for full coverage. That's why this is so huge. And the reason I like her bags so much is, you know, most bags are flat. Well, she has, her sides are expandable. And so I thought that's fantastic for, and they got the vinyl front. So I thought that's fantastic for full coverage, because, you know, they're so bulky. And then the cute zipper pull. But that's the back. And then obviously you can see the front. And it's not quilted or anything, but it doesn't need to be. It's very sturdy, very well made. And her shop is the sewing shop, I think. I'm going to link her and Kenton Stitcher's shop below. She is Katie Tent Stitch on Instagram and Flosstube. And her Flosstube is fantastic as well. But then, this is the one her oldest picked out for me. And this is perfect for me. This was actually one of the ones I tried to decide between this one and the one I actually got and 2 or 3 others that I liked. And this is one of the ones I was actually really seriously looking at. But look, it's got pictures of animals. We're huge animal people in my house. And then this fabric, it's corduroy right here. But then this is like raised I don't really know what that would be called, but it's raised and it's soft and like you just want to rub it. But and it has the expandable side. It's not as big as the other one, but I ordered the biggest size she had. Because I have some huge full coverage. And I'm planning to start that Santa's workshop probably in June. And this big one is for that. But that is definitely all in my haul. So on the plans. So excuse me. Sorry. Blushing Pink Stitches. Lindsay with Blushing Pink Stitches, who you know I love as well, was talking about doing Monogamous May a few Flosstubes ago. And I thought, that's interesting. I can try it. I used to be a monogamous stitcher, but I have not since I started Flosstube. Since before I started Flosstube, because I had more than one width. And I've branched out and I've got like 20 something now. It's a problem. Not as big a problem as some people have, but it's a problem. But I thought, well, that would be interesting to try. So, I was going to start Santa's workshop and do it. And I thought, well, I don't want to spend, because it's like $50, because I bought the Supersize Max color chart, because it's a Thomas Kincaid inspired chart. And you know how his pictures are. And I felt like for the detail, I needed the Supersize Max color. But, so it's 999 stitches by 666. So it's huge. And the cheapest I've been able to find the fabric for it was like, that I want for it was like $54. I want the easy, the one that's already gridded in 25 count Lugana. And it's $50 for the size I need. Which, won't break me, but I just had a birthday. Mother's Day is coming up. We're planning a trip for June. My husband, my mom's birthday is coming up. My oldest birthday is coming up. My husband's birthday is coming up in the next 2 months. So, do I really need to spend that right now? No. So I'm trying to be good and hold off. I'm trying really hard not to spend much of anything, but we all know how that works. So there went Santa's workshop. Well, then I thought, I have one of Blushing Pink Stitches charts. It's Persist. It's by Louise McNaught. Persist. It's a polar bear with the northern lights. And it's beautiful. And the way she charted it is so much fun to stitch. But there's a lot of dark background, and I thought, I could do that, but do I really want to do that dark background? And I just decided, not that I'm not going to continue stitching it, because I am going to stitch it and finish it, but I just decided I didn't want to spend the whole month doing that. So then I started on Big Folk Flower a few days ago, and I thought, and as much as I've been loving stitching that, I thought, this is it. This is the one I'm choosing. So, long story short, I'm gonna try to only stitch Big Folk Flower in May, or until it's finished. If I finish it before the end of May, I'll move on to something else. I may pick up Santa and finish his back stitching. But that's my plans for May. So that being said, in May, because I'm planning to monogamously stitch, that wouldn't make very much of a floss tube. So I probably will not have another regular floss tube until the end of May. So, if I'm not on for a month, there's nothing wrong. I'm fine. I'm just stitching and enjoying life. Alright, guys. That's all for today. I think that's long enough. And there were lots of stops and I'm starting to get stuffy because I've got sinuses too. Because it's spring in Mississippi and Mother Nature's drunk. Anyway. Alright, guys. I will see you next month. Bye, and have a great rest of April and May. Bye.